The first family offered a Fortuner, the second one offered a BMW and a flat. He's still unmarried and waiting for something better. He came to us about a year ago, 35, senior government official, and he's quite good looking, of course. So when I first spoke to him, I asked him the standard question, why are you still unmarried? He smiled and said, I just haven't found the right match yet. So I started asking him about what he was looking for, and that's when the conversation took a turn. He told me he's been in the arranged marriage market for about 4 years now, right after his relationship ended. And the moment he entered, he realized something. Families want him badly. The first proposal that came in, the family offered a Fortuner. I asked him what happened with that family. He said, I didn't take it. I could feel that I could do better. The next family came with a BMW plus a flat in the defense colony. The one after that, car, flats, and a farmhouse on the outskirts of Delhi. And then he said there was one more offer which is the best amongst all. So I stopped him and asked, was gifts all he looked at when new rishtas came in? He said, of course not, but I feel if I wait a little more, I can get more. I don't want to settle right now anyway. This is not a man looking for a partner. This is a man who has turned himself into a commodity and is waiting for the highest bid. And he doesn't see anything wrong with it. In his mind, this is just how the markets work. Families are willing to pay for it. So he's trying to negotiate a better offer from the last one. I asked him directly, do you think about women in any of this? What she wants, who she is, and will you be connected with her or not? He said, of course, that matters too. But these things are also a part of life. This is how families show appreciation towards me. We obviously did not onboard him. He got married last month, and the funny thing is, he waited too long. There were many men willing to marry for a car, for a flat, and a farmhouse. So at the end, he had to settle for a Volkswagen. We've convinced ourselves that dowry is a small town problem and uneducated family problem. But then here it is, wrapped as gifts negotiated in luxury cars, defense colony flats, and farmhouses by educated families in English over WhatsApp. And the men at the center of this genuinely believe that it is their worth, that waiting for a better dowry offer is profitable. This is why dowry deaths still happen. Not because of illiteracy, but because somewhere along the way, a generation of men was allowed to believe that a woman's family owes them something just because they are agreeing to marry their daughter. That marriage is a transaction and they are a price.